Ukraine was paid to give us the virus called coronavirus that's killing everybody. They inoculated us with it. The Ukraine inoculated us with it. They were paid to give us the virus that's killing everybody. The Ukraine was also paid to kill the cancer patients. They were paid to kill them off sooner with the satellites, just like they're trying to kill the rest of us. They were paid, the Ukraine was paid to kill all the cancer patients with satellites, with the satellites, and burn them worse than what they were being burned. And then they were paid to fabricate stories against the widows so that people would think that the widows killed their husbands when they didn't. It's a it's what our government did to us. He paid the Ukraine to do that. The Ukraine was working for the cancer centers and had received all our personal profile and information and the whole works. That's how they were able to use the satellites against us and our husbands, both. They killed our husbands with the information they had acquired from the cancer center and also with the satellites. The Ukraine did. And now they're trying to finish off their work by trying to kill the widows with the satellites. Wake up, people, before it's too late. That's what they're doing. Yes, I'm mad, very mad, because I just figured it out. The government didn't want to pay the doctors additional money for the cancer patients. And so he had the Ukraine burn all the husbands with the satellites. Because Obama had set it up so that citizens could be burned and tortured and everything else. The Ukraine killed our husbands because the government paid them to. That's why. And that's the truth. Sitting here, it just occurred to me. Why wouldn't they? They're doing the same thing to me. They're burning me because I'm like an antenna. You set an antenna next to a battery, it burns. And I've got metal in me, like an antenna. They did that because they could, and they got away with it. They burned our husbands worse than what the cancer centers were burning them. Wake up, people. That's what's going on. That's what they did. And that's why they're trying to burn us and fabricating stories against the widows. It needs to be stopped. It really does. And that's what they're doing. I'm not kidding. I have proof. My whole stomach tells the truth because it's got scabs. It has scratches. Worse than what I'm scratching. From their burn. And the whole inside of me is burnt from them. And their satellites. They're burning us, people. They're burning us to death, and they don't care. They also have EMFs, electromagnetic radiation, coming in over the electricity as radiation waves. That's the other thing that our government is doing to us. He took our husbands, he burned them to death. On top of that, he's burning us to death. You need to know. It is the truth. They don't want fingers pointed at anybody. They want to point the finger at me and say, oh, you're nuts, you're crazy, you're imagining all this. Well, guess what? I'm not imagining it. I wouldn't lay in the bed and burn. Seriously. I wouldn't feel something burning when I don't have a match and I don't have fire. That's the truth. That's what God wants you to know. That our husbands were killed by our own government with the satellites by the Ukraine. That's what it amounts to. And yeah, I'll blow that whole story wide open and tell them all of it if I have to go anywhere. Because that's how it's going to be. The truth is going to crawl up to the surface, and I will tell the truth every chance I get. Because that is the truth, people. They gave themselves away by trying to burn me. And now I do know the truth. It says in the Bible, you shall know the truth. Truth shall set you free. Jesus died for the truth. The day that he was crucified on the cross, the window to heaven shut because God the Father was inside Jesus. And they crucified God when they crucified Jesus. Because Jesus was the image of the Father. Our loved ones live on through us. And they're inside us. That's how they live every day. When we lose our loved ones, they live through us the rest of our life. That's how they stay alive and keep going. Because even though they die, they still aren't dead. They're still alive because they're inside us. Each and every one of us. They live their life through us because that's how much they love us and care. The guy from the Ukraine, I found his picture with a group from the cancer center and doctors too in the picture. Cancer doctors and their pictures of people from the Ukraine that are managing the satellites and being paid to manage the satellites by the government. I'm not kidding. That's what's really going on. And yes, you needed to know this. Take care and God bless. Bye now.